Hello everyone, welcome to Ray County, Missouri. Now, today I am on my way to a farm that I've just bought. Now, the story behind this farm is that I think it was a grandparent who owned it, and he passed away, so the farm got inherited, and I don't think any of the kids want anything to do with it, so they put it up for sale, and I have bought it, and all the equipment and land that went with it. So I'm just on my way there now. It's quite a long drive, but we are in the Chevy. This is I think 2001. It's got a V6 in it. It's got a gooseneck on it. Pretty good truck. Pretty reliable. I think it's got a snowplow bracket on it. And there's the Deere dealer. That's pretty nice. We're definitely not going to be buying any of those tractors. Those are like $500,000 tractors up there. We've got a little bit cheaper stuff at the farm. And that is not our farm over there. That's just our neighbors. But with this farm that I'm going to, it hasn't really been an operation at all for like 20 years. I think the last time this farm produced any grain was in 2005. So all the equipment is like from the 80s and 90s. So it's all pretty old stuff. And actually you just saw a glimpse of it there. But I think on the other side of those trees, that is one of our fields. And we're just coming up on it now. And yep, this is it right here. It's a gravel driveway. But here it is. Now it's got quite a bit of land to it. I'm just going to pull up the driveway and then I can give you a little bit of a tour of what we got. Alright, so this is what we're starting out with. It's not too much. We've got, looks like 3 sheds, a house. Looks like we've got a silo up there. Now there is this cattle barn, which I think this was a pasture. But I don't know, I think they got out of the cattle business a few years before this farm kind of stopped working. So there's no cows. I think they took all the fences out too. Now if we take a look at the map, this is what we own. Field 16, 17, and 18. And then we've got, here's the farm here, and here's kind of all the cattle pasture. So field 16 is 41.95 acres. And by the looks of it, I'd say maybe half of it is tillable or arable crop ground. So it's probably 20 acres there. Field 17 is 16.3 acres, so that's probably about 15 or so acres of tillable ground. And then field 18, which is 33.5 acres. This is probably 32 acres of tillable. Looks like it does have this little bit here, but most of this is just farmland. Now in terms of crops that we don't actually have anything because we are first arriving here in November. So field 16 doesn't have anything, 17 doesn't have anything, and field 18 was being rented. I believe it was to a potato farmer. So there was potatoes in this field. He has since stopped using it and got a little bit of cash from renting out that field. But that is all the fields. You see 18 there. I believe that's 16 over there. So we got some good field access. But we're just going to go over what we got. First of all, we have this house, which looks like, actually I could probably park the truck right here. But nothing else behind it, nothing special. It does look like it could use some new siding. Ugh, that's got some mold to it, some paint chips. That might have to be cleaned out, we'll see. Okay, that might have to be cleaned up, or something's got to happen with that. That is not looking in too good of shape. But let's head over to this barn. First, see what we got. Looks like we have a pretty nice gooseneck trailer here. Oh yeah, this is pretty cool. That's probably like a 20-footer. It's got ramps at the back. That'll be pretty handy. Now if we look in the shed... Oh, okay. Well, this farm did have some pretty small piece of equipment. Oh, there's an auger. That's cool. But it does have some pretty small piece of equipment. This looks like just some old sprayer. Yeah, it's got nothing in it. That's good. If there was something in it, it'd probably be growing. But doesn't look like anything too special. Looks pretty small. This would probably be a good hay barn, maybe like a bale storage area. Now there is nothing in the cattle barn, but I'm just going to check it out real quick. Looks like the road to it has been covered up. But, ooh, what's that? Oh, that's cool. What is this? It's an old, looks like an old Chevy. We've got some old generator, some metal wheels, barrels. Probably don't want to touch that. Well, the nice thing is on this farm we do have a small pond. It does have some algae problems. I don't want to go in there. That's got to get cleaned up. As I said, this farm, nothing's really moved in the last 20 or so years, so not much to it. But if we head in here, could probably fit a decent amount of cattle in here. I do have to put the fences back up. I think they were taken out or torn down or something. But this is our cattle ground. If we want, we could like kind of mow this up and turn it into bales before we get any cattle. So if we want, cattle is an option. I'm going to head up into the main machine shed. I think this was built like 2 years before the farm stopped working. So it's like a brand new shed. Looks like a 50 by, I'm going to say 50 by 70, maybe 50 by 80, something like that. Let's see what we got in here, and ooh, that's pretty cool. Oh, wow. Okay, we got a 50-20. That's nice. That's a pretty good looking tractor. But then we've got a 4455. I haven't seen one of these with four-wheel drive. That's pretty cool. And then we've got a 1086 with duals. That's pretty nice. Front weights. Okay, I'm going to have to check so many hours they got on them. But it looks like we've also got, looks like a field cultivator. Let's see, we've got a New Holland TX66. And I'd say that's like a 20... What is that? Maybe like a 22-foot header. Now, I do believe this was a grain farm. They didn't do corn, so there's no corn headers on the property, but we could probably find one, but this will work for now. Now, I haven't really seen any of these. This looks like a dual international drill with like a weird hookup thing. This would be pretty interesting. We do have quite a few acres, so this will definitely help with planting. That's pretty cool. I really haven't seen one of these ever. Now this will plant, it's like wheat, barley, oats, stuff like that. Yeah, it's a grain drill. It's got that narrow spacing. So that'll be pretty handy. Actually, it looks like it's got some good working width to it, so that'll be nice. Now I did look, and for hours, the 50-20 has about 2,700 hours on it. The 4450 has got about 5,000 hours on it. And the 1086 has about 4,000 hours on it. So actually, kind of lower than I thought. I thought the 50-20 would have like 6,000 hours, but no, 2,700, 5,000, and 4,000. So that is it for the main shed. I'm just going to leave that door open, let it air out. It does smell like it's been shut for 20 years. Now for silos, we've got this one, maybe like 125,000 liter silo, I'd have to guess. It's a hopper bottom. We do have this auger over here. Actually, it's quite a big auger. Probably got to put this on the 4450 just to make sure we have enough force on that auger. But that will be good for grain storage. May have to get a second bin, maybe like a flat bottom bin. Just that way, if we were to harvest wheat, we can put the wheat in there. And then if we were to harvest, let's say, oats or soybeans, we could put soybeans in the flat bottom bin. All right, now moving to our old, actually, looks like we've got two wagons here. Parker 250s. Okay, that'll be nice. Should go pretty well with maybe the 1086. Could probably pull these pretty well. But then let's see what we have in this shed. All right, let's see if we can get this door opened. Oh, that's rusted over. Let me see if there's another door back here. Okay. All right, got that one opened. Let's see. Okay. So we've got, what was this, like a 712? Yeah, it looks like a 712. It's a 9 shank. So this is your deep tillage, kind of a plow style. And it looks like we have a baler. This is definitely used for straw. Okay. So if we want, we could probably get a mower for the farm and mow up some of our just meadow areas. And then get that covered. But we're probably going to want to get an equipment upgrade because that's all our land. We own probably a little bit too much acres, if I'd have to guess. Let's see, this is field 16. And yeah, it goes all the way back there. It goes way over there. See those far trees way over there in that power pole? Might be a little hard to see. That's our land. We might own a little too much. And back in here too, we own all of this. So we probably have to get some kind of equipment upgrade soon, if I'd have to guess. I'm going to leave this door open because it also smells like that barn. I've probably got to go through everything, make sure there's no rats, no birds living in any of these buildings. But actually, surprisingly, the first thing we're going to do on this series is planting. This farm hasn't really been a thing for the last 20 years, so obviously there's no crops in the ground. So we've got to do some planting. Now, if we look on the farmer's calendar, there's not much to plant in November, Could plant alfalfa. I don't really want to plant grass. But then down here, we can plant wheat. So I think we're going to plant some winter wheat. It can then grow over the winter and over spring, and then we can harvest it in July and August. So I think that's the plan. We're going to try and get some wheat in the ground. So what I've got to do is probably hook up that gooseneck over there and then get seed for the international drill. So time to fire up the Chevy and get to work. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we don't have a front loader. So I don't know how we're going to load seed pallets onto the trailer. So what we might have to do instead is hook the drill up to the truck, if that's even possible, and tow that down, because we don't have a loader to get pallets on the trailer. So I think that might be another upcoming purchase for us. Okay, we're going to park the truck there. I've got to get these tractors checked out so I can move stuff out of the way and get that drill out of here. Let's see, is there any rats living in you? Okay, somehow this thing still has gas in it, so we're just going to try and start her up. Nope. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. Alright, we got it. We got it. Just going to pull this thing forward. All this sounds like, oh, this doesn't sound good. The engine's kind of been sitting there for quite a long time. I'm just going to try and get this backed up and get this fuel cultivator moved out of the way so we can get those drills. Alright, get this pulled out of here. I think what we're going to do with this is just kind of park it here. And I'm going to let the 50-20 run for a bit, get some fuel cycling through it, get the oil moved around. Actually, I probably should have checked the oil. Shoot, that oil's probably solid. Oh yeah, okay. Alright, so that oil is just a brick. It's just a brick of oil at the bottom of the engine. That's going to have to be changed before that tractor ever starts again. I guess while I'm buying seeds, I'm also going to be buying a few quarts of oil. Alright, so this 1086 looks like it's in a little bit better shape than the 4450, so I'm just going to try and get this started. Come on. There we go. Oh, second try. Pretty good, actually. Okay, get these pulled out of here. We are rolling coal. Completely rolling coal here in the 1086. But trying to get these pulled out of here. Don't hit the shed. Okay, that's close. Get this turned around. Oh, yeah. But this tractor actually has oil in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this tractor for planting. And again, I'm just going to let it run. Get some fuel moving through it. I'm going to hook the pickup truck to the drill, and then hopefully we can take this over to the seed dealer and get that sorted. Alright, it's a ball, it's a pin, it's a hitch, it's a connection. It's fine. I know it doesn't look good, but it works. Alright, we've got the planters filled and hooked up to the 1086. I think what we're going to do is, let me look at the map. Alright, we're probably going to put wheat in 16. And then probably 17 as well. I think that'll work the best. That way we have 18 to put maybe oats or perhaps soybeans in there. Just that way we can have some crop variation. But I think both those fields are actually ready to go. They should be ready to plant. I'm just going to check this one. I know 16's ready. I think 17 probably good. Yep, alright, 17 looks ready to go. Now, this is a pretty cool planter because it's, well, basically two planters. But those are some pretty big fields. I think we're going to start on 16, and this might take some time. I'm just going to get her pulled back around here, and then we can, I think I just have to unfold this planter, and there we go. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we basically have two planters. That's pretty cool. Now, I am going to use steering assist, and that's because I don't want to make all of those passes on my own. I know a 1086 probably doesn't have GPS, but just work with me, okay? I don't want to do all those passes on my own. And actually, hold on, we have two planters, so I can do a 7.3 meter working with. I think that's what the shop said. So I can actually do all that, so this might be a little bit easier. We're also going to run with 4 headlands. Let's start planting. And uh-oh. Does a 1086 not have enough power? Really? Really? I mean, it's planting, but we're only doing like 3 miles an hour. Tell you what, I'm gonna do like some headland work, and then I'll see if I want to put this on maybe the 4450, because this 1086 is just screaming. And okay, tell you what, I'm gonna try and put this on the deer. I really hope the deer has enough power, otherwise we can run the planters separately, because that, I do not want to plant this field at 4 miles an hour. I just don't, okay? I don't. And I'm going to see if the 4450 will start. It's been a while. Now, this does have four-wheel drive. Doesn't have duals, but I think that'll help a lot. And this is a more powerful tractor. Just getting in here. See if it starts. Oh, wow. That starts right up. Okay. This might work. We do have, I think, like half a ton of front weight. So we should have enough weight. And oh, yeah, this thing gets up. This thing gets up and goes. All right, I have got some confidence. I hope this works. All right, I really hope this works, because if it doesn't, we're going to have to do one drill on the 1086 and one drill on this, which I guess works, but I kind of don't want to do that. All right, I've got GPS set. Once again, I know it's a 4450. It doesn't have a globe, but we're just going to roll with it, because I don't want to do this on my own. And let's see if this will work. Oh yeah, that's pulling a lot better. Okay, I guess the 4450 is the planting tractor. Kind of surprised by that, but hey, it works. Okay, we are kind of struggling for power on the hills, but the tractor's not doing too bad. I think if we had duals, it might be a little bit better, but we are making our way up the hill. Not bad, not bad. I do like the look of this tractor. I think the four-wheel drive looks awesome, and that yellow front loader bracket, I don't know, good looking tractor. But we're just gonna lock on to auto steer and get planting. The planters aren't using too much seed, so hopefully that doesn't become an issue. But yeah, this is gonna take a while. We're planting planting like 20 acres here, plus another 15 over there. It'll take a bit. I do absolutely love the ground deformation. Like, it's really cool. You can see we're kind of bouncing over all the plow marks, and then we've got the tire tracks. You can see where the planter tires were. It's pretty cool. I think Giants did an amazing job with that. Now, I will say I wouldn't hesitate to maybe take out a small loan and get some bigger planters, but this works for now. I think for the wheat, we're just going to roll with this planting setup, and then hopefully next year we get an upgrade, because I don't want to do any more than one planting season with this. So as you can see, we're making some progress, but it's definitely going to take a while. We are doing, I think, 4 headlands, and this isn't going as bad as I thought it would. We are kind of struggling a little bit for power, but not doing too bad, actually. I do need to look in the back area, because I think in that really old barn, there's like a back area, and I should look, but there might be some duals for this tractor. If I can get duals on it, I'll be happy, because I don't think it'll really make us go faster, but if this is going to be our big tractor, we need duals on it. So I think some of the purchases I have in mind would be some kind of front loader. If I could get a front loader, maybe for the 1086, or buy like some old skid steer, I think that'd be really good. But other than that, I mean, planter upgrade, that's definitely got to happen. Probably some tillage upgrades, that's got to happen. We got to get some upgrades here. But I'm going to keep rolling on planting. I would like to say thank you for watching and tuning into a new series. I think this will go pretty well. This is kind of like an old school series, if you can't tell. But I would like to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.